Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play Deep Sky Derelicts with me, your host, Tim. In the last episode, we were successful at exploring another derelict, and our heroes reached level 10. Upon returning the astrosphere and the data that would lead to the mothership to the governor, they were able to triangulate or cross-reference all the data, and they finally found said mothership. We're gonna head on over there and see if we can beat the game today. You should know that I have never attempted the mothership because this is the furthest I've ever gotten in the game. The first time my group hasn't been annihilated by something along the way. So this is gonna be exciting. I'm not quite sure what to expect. I guess I should expect everything we've been fighting and level 10 versions of them. So it should be very interesting. I'm looking forward to this. Hopefully we will win. But if we don't, remember we are playing hardcore. In which case, well, I did the best we could. Before we go any further, you should also probably have already detected that the sound has changed slightly with this video. Back before Christmas, I had lost the spitty hard disk on my computer. It had died. I replaced it with 2 new solid states. But I also needed to replace the solid state that was already not replaced. I had to reinstall my operating system on the solid state that was already on my computer. So I lost quite a few things. A thing I didn't realize that I lost, or rather something that was misconfigured, had been my microphone. I had been sitting really close to it in an attempt to get it to record correctly. But I believe I have finally found what was causing me to have some sound issues. And now I believe my voice is coming out much louder than it had been with the game volume. So hopefully you guys will be able to hear me a little better now. I've already checked on the recording and it sounds like it's coming out okay. I'll still, when I come back to, assuming we do come back to the ship to recharge our energy or sell some supplies for more credits, I will cut the recording briefly to check on it to make sure everything is coming out okay. I also want to apologize really quickly as well for the last video. There was an awkward cut I had to do in the very beginning of the episode, some like 2 minutes 37 seconds in or so. The game had crashed when it tried to generate the ship we were going to, and that caused the voice, the audio, and the video to become out of sync. I managed to fix the issue, but it was a bit awkward for me to try to do that, so I apologize for that. Hopefully we won't have any issues like that going forward. Alright, so with all that said, our characters are fine. We should really prepare for this. So let's see, do we have anything I want more of? We could probably stand for another hazard protection. So let's go ahead and see if he's selling any of that. He is selling at least one. And finally, I don't think there's anything here. I'm interested in... Oh, no, I don't like hard reset. Right, and I don't really care about damage. No, I think we're good. I think we're good. And I think at the end of the last episode, didn't I try to make a better weapon for patches? I did make a weapon for patches I was quite content with. Alright, well, we're set. So... let's go ahead and get over to the ship, the mothership, and begin our attempt to beat the game. Alright. Off we go. I wonder if our taxi driver will say something new when we arrive on this ship. Oh my god! Wow, this ship is massive! And we have a choice of where to land. I guess we're heading towards the center of the ship, would be my guess. It'd be neat if we're actually competing with all sorts of different groups to get there. Let's take a... I'm right-handed. I'm average, so let's go ahead and enter here. I'm average. I like playing on the average difficulty setting. So I think nothing too hard, which I'm going to for some reason link to the upper area, and nothing too easy, which I'm linking to the lower area. So we'll start here. Okay, here we are. Return here and contact me when you're ready to go back to the base. Be safe out there, guys. Oh, this ship even looks different. Interesting. I haven't seen this type of background before. Well, let's get started. We have some debris immediately in front of us. Let's deploy a generator. Oh, which we didn't need to do at all. Petrified alien heads are still on this ship as well. The interior here looks the same. Our starting area did not. Oh, this must be some sort of medical bay or facility we're in at the moment, judging from the table back there. Ooh, that poor guy didn't make it. Guess whatever experiment they were doing on him didn't work. Or he was on the table when whatever catastrophe befell the ship occurred. I've not seen a blue disciple before. Should I be worried about that? We'll have some extra damage. I guess this is a good time as any to see what these things will do. If we can't handle this battle, I doubt we'll be able to handle a boss, assuming there's one on the ship. At first, the robot speaks in an alien, almost mystical language. It switches to Galactic Common. Rotting biological mass. Prepare for morbid transmutation. Oh! Well, the way it sounded it sounds like this thing might make the undead creatures that we fight. What is your initiative, by the way? I don't know. Steady! Alright. What's your damage resistance? Only 32, but 9 armor on you. The Blue Disciple... decent resistances against stun. 66, with 66 lethal hit. 15 initiative, so we are beating him with our 20s. Our 22, and finally our 35. Some decent damage resistance and some armor on you. Alright, so let's do the standard stuff. So I'm going to use Adrenaline Booster on Pulsar to start, in the hopes that we also gain that Energize, and we did. So let's use another Adrenaline Booster now on Twitch. And Twitch, you are up next. So let's take a look. I don't really need a transfer. I don't need a poison coating. I don't think we need protective sphere. Let's use a divert energy on Pulsar. And we'll just drop that. I think we'll drop the blasting charges too. Next, we have 2 more actions. Let's... What do they have again? Preserver, Juggernaut, 2 melee attacks, actually. Okay, let's Dirty Punch him this start. I know, he's got a lot of damage resistance, what have you, but I want... Good. I wanted the penalty to him, the hit chance. Overload's a very nice thing to also add, and he lost his reaction stance. Now, I think we will... Let's first transfer. Yeah, let's... Plus X cards. Let's transfer it to Pulsar. We'll get rid of these 3 cards. Oh, I always forget that doesn't energize Twitch. I always think it does, and it does not do so. Okay, you have 3 actions, Pulsar. Let's empower your weapons to start. Next. I think we... Yeah, let's Elemental Amp. Because that is self-energize one. You'll put it on yourself. And I want to hit all of them with an ability. So I think Acid Torrent, which should get rid of their armor. And it does. Yep, that's 9. This one now also is overloaded. And burning. Next. I should try to see what the Blue Disciple does. So I'm actually not going to kill it. I think instead we should focus on these other 2. Synchronicity. What does that do? All allies get plus 15 focus on the same target for 5 turns. He missed all his shots, or he would have gained a ton of focus right there. Alright, let's, we have only 1 action ourselves. Let's Adrenaline Booster on ourselves. And we get plus 2 actions. Let's go ahead and use a Combat Stimulant on Twitch. We got another Energize. We will use a Perception Enhancer on Pulsar. We got another Energize. We'll Reflex Booster on Twitch. I mean, this is over. We've won this hands down. I want a use Purging Shot. I'll just end your turn, Patches. Twitch. I guess we just full automatic fire. Probably just kill both of them if we're lucky. Didn't quite kill this one, but we did put some damage on it. Oh, that was good practice. Ooh, that's a nice mental tool mod. Plus 20 mental on it. But we're not using any mental tools. No, I don't need that either. So we'll take a look at that medical mod, though. 2 stabilizers could be nice, too. We'll take a look at that Energize 1. Where are you, Pulsar? For some reason, I didn't think we'd get, like... It totally makes sense we would. It'd be like any other ship we've been in. But it never occurred to me that we'd be getting, you know, stuff. More loot, basically. So, what would we earn here? We would lose Perception Enhancer. And I'd gain a Flash Fever. But I'd lose Medical. Gain 1 Initiative. How about this one? Mending Wave, Stabilizer... versus 2 Stabilizer... No, we'll keep what we have. Suppose we may as well grab the loot here, too. The lithium source. The lithium is known to be used in engines of various kinds. Can fetch a good price on the market. Oh, I do like the -% damage resistance on for 3 turns on a light weapon. Is it better than what you're using, though, at the moment? I don't think so. You do extra shield damage. So you'll lose stats. But that +4 initiative our current witch weapon has, that's almost impossible for me to want to give up. I really want Patches to always go first. In fact, the only thing I'm really concerned about is we get to the boss room and his starting hand has no adrenaline boosters in it, and no power injections. That would be the most awkward thing in the world if that was going to be the case. Hopefully that doesn't happen to us. Hello, where are you? 3 blue disciples and a juggernaut. See, I'd stealth and ambush them, but if that... I don't know if we've had a critical failure for an ambush, but that's really, really bad. I think we'll just walk up. Oh, this one says the same thing. Okay, let's do it. 1 adrenaline booster, so I think we need to play that on Pulsar. So let's start with that. And I'm doing this because it has the best chance of giving us another Energize. Patches himself has that one mod that gives him a slight chance to Energize. This energizes directly, and because Pulsar gains the initiative, when Pulsar energizes through that ability, it has a chance to pass on to Twitch. And something worked. So, let's... Judging from the fact, actually, this is lasting 3 turns, this probably was linked to the Adrenaline Booster upgrade. What did you have, Twitch? You have energy siphons. Okay. Let's use a combat stimulant on Pulsar, I think. Pulsar, you have 3 actions. I saw it in Power Weapons. Let's use that to start. Do I want an Acid Amp or a Critical Amp? How much armor do these have? 432, 429, 432, 932. I don't have the ability to hit everyone this time. Let's use the Acid Amp to start. And since we hit 2 of them right now, we'll start with the Blasting Charges. Recycle that as well. Let's now use a... Oh, we only have... Right, we use the Power Weapons. Let's Marker Blast. I probably want one of these blue disciples to die. So let's go after one of them. And then we'll use a Wide Blasting. We should kill one. We'll put more damage on the Juggernaut as well. Twitch, you only get 1 of these. Let's... Oh! We have Scrap Storm, though. They don't energize. I'm gonna risk a round. Let's use Energy Siphon. And I think we'll use it on the Juggernaut because I see its ability to scare us with its taunt. So let's use Energy Siphon on it. Yeah, look at that left breast. Oh, I didn't realize it has an air drone. Oh, interesting. +6 initiative, +3 damage, +1 card. And that wasn't too bad, though. Patches, let's start with an Adrenaline Booster on Twitch. So, I'm currently working with the belief that if they can't actually kill me in 1 turn, we have nothing to really worry about. Mostly because I get so many actions, I can weaken them greatly and probably defeat them all by the end of round 2. Let's use a combat stimulant on Twitch. And Twitcher up next. So let's... Do I have a divert energy? I do. Let's divert energy first in Pulsar. We're not gonna need the Pulsar. We're not gonna need these. Next, we will go ahead and Scrap Storm. Right, I have that. So I don't need another Energy Siphon. I won't need Cloaking. Protect the Seers out. We won't need the Transfer. That's 2 cards on their side discarded so far. We'll get rid of Burst Fires. All 3 of them. If one fire can go away, I'll get rid of the Heavy Strike. So now none of them have any cards in their hand. And they're all overloaded for 3 turns. So it's over. They're 3 turns stunned. I could pass with Twitch and Pulse. I could wait 2 entire turns before I do anything, and it'd still be over for them. We have one more action. Oof, we get off a lethal on them, too. Rearm. We got the Energize. We'll do it again. We got the Energize then as well. If I Purge, that's a nice amount of damage, but I don't want to Purge because I don't want to get rid of Scrap Storm. Armor Melter? We only have 1 armor. Let's use some AoE. Actually, we'll Critical Amp first. Marking Blast. Oh, they both only have 69 hit points. Can I kill both of them flat out? I cannot kill both of them. Maybe we can. The boss would better have a lot of hit points. It better have a lot of hit points, or it's... I mean, I'm not complaining. We built a really... Oh, that's a nice weapon tool. Let's think of 1 Pulse Grenade, so only 1 card, but plus 24 weaponry on that. Where are you, Pulsar? No. Oh, it's a weapon tool mod. No, I can't use it. I like my current cards too much. We have an enemy up ahead. Ooh, level 10. Rock Morph's Crystal Morph Soul Morph. Let's move up 1 spot. It didn't see us yet. Let's try to get through this area. So the only reason I would want to fight them is for practice, but I don't need to fight them. To cure, poison, or clean? That is the question. What do you mean? Meh, just some semantical gibberish. But since you asked, here goes nothing. Healing a wound is just another pre-crematory routine that is unnecessarily leaves the actual sickness, life itself, untreated. Tie a broken tendon, postpone the inevitable. Lame. Of course, you can take the other left. Letting the patient experience even worse symptoms than the previous stages of the disease sure requires a strong stomach. You need to be quite a character to stand stuff like that. The method ultra would be to strip the object from all additional effects and leave it bare without cosmetic alterations. Witness the naked shock of the disentangled fibers of your body. Oh, how daunting. I don't want any of these, but it's too late now. Make things worse. That's the least you could do. Take your recommendation for further validation. In the meantime, you can go on your way. Don't stick around like a symptom. I wonder if we'll actually... Oh, hello. Oh, I wonder if this is going to affect our final battle somehow. And now I can see that we'll need several of these visited. I'm going to guess each of these machines... each of these machines is going to unlock another one of these gates for us. Let's see if we're right about that, and just immediately head down towards this section of the ship. More robots. I'm guessing the boss is a robot as well, based on what I'm seeing here. Okay, yeah, so this is the only thing I'm worried about, is getting a hand that doesn't have my adrenaline boosters in them. So let's instead... Let's see, do I have any way? Oh! And I have no way to increase our initiative, I think. Oh, plus 14 initiative, we do. We have Perception Enhancer. So let's use this on Pulsar and hope we also gain the Adrenaline Booster. Sorry, the Energize. We did. Perfect. Only for one round, though. Let's use... Pulsar, what are you using? Let's use a Combat Stimulant on Pulsar. Oh, nice! We did pick up an Adrenaline Booster now. But I think I want that on Twitch. Alright, Pulsar. Oh! And I need to remember that I have boosts I can use. So we should totally remember that when it comes to getting more cards in my hand if I need them. Like with Patches, should have used it to hope to pull an Adrenaline Booster. Alright, Pulsar, well, let's start. So you're going to do the standard Empower Your Weapons. Then, what do I have for combat skills? We have 2 more actions. I mean, Purging now is good because that means I won't have to worry about stripping off abilities off these things. Let's Purge once here. Then I think we will Elemental Amp yourself. Acid Amp yourself. And then I think we Blasting Charges. But here, to get their armor resistance down. Twitch. You have 2 actions. One of them's going to be to make this guy oh, nice, and he's overloaded. So let's basically just neuter him for the battle. And we have a Scrap Storm, so this is over. We'll go ahead and use it. I don't need this, don't need transfer. Who cares? That's 3, 4, 2 more. And that is enough that they will discard their hands. Yeah, over. Battle's won, just like that. Power Injection? Power Injection. We have 6 more freaking actions with you? Flash Fever. Adrenaline Booster. Healthy Haze. Go ahead and hack something. Single shot. There's This is disgusting. Alright, well, let's begin killing everything. So let's Unrestrained Destruction. And we're going to discard our Poison Coating, Self-Recharge, Strengthening Systems, Empower Weapons, Purging Incineration. We have 9 actions! 9 actions. So I could just use boost, for example, to draw more cards if I wanted to. Jesus, wow. Decent, very decent weapon, but I like my plus initiative. I really feel like that's, I really need that. I've never seen a death morph before. That's going to be interesting. It's not moving, but this thing now saw us. The trap could be right in front of us. Upon entering, you barely avoid a large boulder, flung by magnetic force. You spot a strange creature with metal and rocks protruding from its outer shell, being disturbingly still. More rocks and pieces of debris rise high behind it. We got a power injection, and adrenaline boost. So, we do the standard stuff, I guess. Let's use a power injection. We did not gain the energize. Alright, Pulsar, empower your weapons to start. And let's take away their armor to start before we do anything else with a marker blast. Actually, do I have a acid amp? Let's rearm. We energized. Still no... I do have an acid amp. Let's use that. And then we will... Blasting charges. Taking away their armor, lowering their damage resistance. A bit. Not as much as I would have liked. Let's Oh, by the way, this is... Yeah, alright, this does indeed energize. So let's get rid of our poison incinerations. Get rid of our strengthened systems. We don't need a poison coating. We get plus 72%... No, plus 57% damage for this turn. Nice. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. I thought those were the things that give us plus armor. Mending wave stabilizer, don't need that. Am I right? Is this another row? No, those are more enemies. Let's see what is down here, though. Another trap. I need to know... Oh! You carelessly enter the room and fail to avoid the laser sensors present in there. The gravitational field above evaporates. 20 damage each. Debris rains down upon you. Since those guys aren't attacking, we can just ignore them. Oh, okay, there was no other robot down here. We'll head back to the station and just sell everything we've been picking up. Good money. We should check to see if he's selling anything I want. I don't think he is, though. Wow. 43% chance of -5 armor on hit for 6 turns. That's awesome. Although I wouldn't mind this just being higher, but we're gonna kill them faster than 6 turns. I don't see that. I don't see us having that much trouble. Plus, an initiative would be nice on a power glove. What are you currently using, though, Twitch? No, I need my overload. I really like my overload. No, we're keeping what we got. Okay. I guess we'll just come back here again. Oh, really? Okay. Oh, red flashes of light pierce the room you just stepped into. A network of laser tripwires is surrounding your squad. The room is riddled with electric coils, which at the moment seem dormant. Discard a trap with the scavenging kit. You fiddle with the scavenging kit settings until you bump into Invisispray. You spray it generously to the room, and notice it handily blocks the laser tripwires without triggering them. After you're done spraying, it seems like a heavy mist lingers in the room. It's hard to see more than a few feet away, but it should be safe enough to move through. We don't really need the loot. We could just leave it here. There's nothing down there we need either. What are you? Aha! Another one of the data consoles we need. Hey, sport. Step right up. Finally got my motor working. It's those damn skinks. They've been busting my circuits for months. I couldn't decide. Should I send my blue-collar bozos to do the dirty work for me? Or should I raise my shield to stop those pesky vermin from gnawing my cords? I could also have hacked the overall system of this ship to turn it into electromagnetic Iron Maiden to scorch those slimies for good. Let's send the robots. Bozo's getting it on. Funny how those things get messy when they go round and round in your head. It always helps to ask a little help from a friend. Appreciate the advice. I think I'll start working on it right away. I wonder what these are doing. I mean, they're doing something to the boss room. But what are they doing to the boss room? They're making it easier for us or tougher for us? Does it affect the ending, I wonder? We still have to go down there. I need to know if there's another data console. A creature with crystal growth protruding out of its body floats motionlessly in the room. Streaks of burning light erupt from its body as it detects your presence. Power injection. We got the energize based on pulsars, +1 rate to blast. That gives us an adrenaline booster, which we can use on Twitch. And we got another energize. So let's play... Let's play a reflex booster on Twitch. Twitch, let's start with an energy siphon on one of these guys. We'll give it on the rock morph, since I see multiple reactions on it. You have one action left. You didn't get, you did not get Scrap Storm. Let's divert energy. We don't need strengthened systems. Oh, crap. I just saw Unrestrained Destruction. I mean, we can still use it. This would only be what I would want to use to discard cards on Pulsar, But this is just divert energy, so we're not going to... What's going through my head right now, Tim? I'm discarding cards I know I'm not going to use, which Unrestrained Destruction could also have been used to do so. But I'm not going to discard this, so whatever cards we draw, I can just discard those anyway. So, let's go ahead. How many? I only have 1 power. I do not need... I don't have any of my purging shots either. Interesting. I guess we'll just drop the rearm then. Twitch, you have 1 action left. I guess we can just... I could Suppressing Fire. We could also just, Electric Strike the Rock Morph to make sure it absolutely gets a overload on it. Pulsar. So let's Unrestrained Destruction to start. And I probably don't need the self-recharge. The Purging Incineration can go away. I think that's good. Actually, we don't need an Armor Melter either. We have 6 actions remaining. So let's start with either an Acid Torrent or Blasting Charges. Hit both of them. Oh! When I play Unrestrained Destruction, I can only play weapon cards from then on. I forgot that that was the case. Had I known that, I would have used my amps, what have you, first. In the end, I guess it's not really going to matter, is it? Need to know if there's a data console down here. Red Disciples. Interesting. Let's stealth past them. Though I'm going to want to know what they do. Probably nothing down there. Shock combat protocol initiated. Proceeding to zap. You guys know the drill by now. Adrenaline booster to start. Twitch, you're up next. I can't make them discard any cards. We have all 3 divert energies on us. Let's start with you. Got a Scrap Storm. That is wonderful. You also have an Energy Siphon and 2 actions. So why don't we just make... Let's just effectively neuter all of them then. So let's Energy Siphon first on the one that has a lot of hit points and like the most hit points. It's the highest level one. It's just the cards I want because I'm just going to discard everything with Scrap Storm. So, actually I should have diverted energy first on Pulsar, but it's too late now. So Energy Siphon go away, we don't need those. I don't need a single strike. I don't think I care about the Burst Fire, so that's all their cards gone. And I don't care about the Burst Fire. And almost all of them are overloaded, except for this guy who we made discard the cards. So let's start with an elemental amp on yourself. Let's make sure we use that. Use another elemental amp on Twitch. We can rearm. We got the energizing. Let's acid torrent on these three to reduce their armor. We have one action left. We have a blasting charges. It won't kill them though. It won't kill either of them. This will kill one of them. Oh, it doesn't matter. Right, overload. And we didn't kill. We didn't kill the one that was that didn't have overload. Interesting. But it didn't matter in the end. Patches, you get 2 actions. Let's use a quick shot. And then a tracking shot. Not that it really will matter. Use a combat summon on Twitch. I should have done that first, because you could have symbiosis some of that. We have another Scrap Storm if I really wanted to use it, but I think we'll be fine. Let's divert energy here. Poison coating, rearm, these can go away. And then, well, let's just kill them. Can we kill them right now in one round? Ooh, armor on that one, Tim. Armor on that one. Pulsar and power your weapons. And you melting shot it. Good for it. Unfortunately, it's still effectively out of the combat for 2 more turns. I don't think we're damaged, but just in case, we'll heal. But I don't like the cards. No, I'm not gonna take it. I don't care. I'm perfectly fine with all the abilities I've got. All the cards I have. The passes I have. I would like to avoid another trap. Okay, no reason to head down there then. Have to fight that group after all. Yep, they found us. Alright, well, let's move up here and get some scrap. At first, the robots... Oh, same exact thing. But these are red ones. I wonder what these ones do. I should try to find out what one of them does. I mean, well, all we know about the Disciple is it has the ability to, looks like, give cards to a robot and increase its damage. Well, this is... We'll kill them all. Alright, Pulsar. We should elemental amp on yourself first. Do we have any other elemental amps? No. Let's empower your weapons next. I can hit all of them with an acid torrent, so let's start with that. Actually, do I have an acid amp? I do. They just picked up their stuff and left. That was it. They're like, yeah, this isn't fun. They get to go first. They get like 1,000,000 times to go. Yeah, it must be pretty demoralizing fighting my group. %72% chance to overload for 2 turns on the assault rifle. But I don't think I want rearm. Oh, it's not better than what I have either. I much prefer my 2 current mods. There might be something else I wanted too. But since I can't really remember what it was, I don't really need it. Let's just move on. So that was 3 out of the... How many? How many was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're 1/3 done with the ship so far. If I can avoid fighting, we should. Oh, I've never seen a destroyer before. That guy's gonna look. That guy looks pretty nasty. He's just kind of hanging out there. Ah, Fushu. Hello, Fushu. Pleasure to meet you, crew. Let me tell you what I like. I like to shoot. Oh boy, do I love to shoot. I also like to brawl. Yes, sir, indeed. You're currently looking at the all-time punch-out master. But what really tickles this Bucket Boy's special place is to discharge simultaneously a dozen multi-megaton explosives and watch them vaporize everything in sight. Ah! Feel the explosion in your gut. Now, that's enough about me. How about you? Which of these do you prefer the most? Shootin'! Can't really say you made a bad choice there, eh, buddy? Good to see there are proper Reapers hanging out in these parts. You go and do your stuff. I'm off to do mine. Hoo-yah! I hope there isn't like some sort of puzzle I'm supposed to be solving, and I missed like the first bit of that puzzle. There's a trap around here somewhere. It's probably no robot down here would be my guess. Let's see how right or wrong I am about that. Yeah, there's no robot there. We're just gonna leave it. Uh-oh, this guy's chasing us. Can we stealth to avoid him? Ah, you lost us. I'm glad there aren't any stealth enemies walking around. I fully expected there to be some here. I know they're on ghost ships, or supposedly on ghost ships. Oh, but you know what? I think our passive scan detects them anyway, so I don't think it matters. What are you? What are you? We don't know. Alright, fine. We have to move up. Still don't know what you are. Before I walk into a battle, let's see if this fixes it. Nope, still can't tell. You find a room you assume to be an armory. Check it out. A hostile encounter awaits you. More of this. Well, we power injection to start. We energize with the power injection. Very nice with symbiosis. It's adrenaline booster. We still get 2 more actions. Let's perception enhancer. 1 action left. We will combat. I don't have a combat stimulant. Oh, we'll perception enhancer again. Okay, so let's elemental amp to start. Because I can't. I see an unrestrained destruction, but I can only play. I can only play attack cards. I have 3 elemental amps. Let's play all 3 of them. We'll rearm once, just to get weaponry cards in our hand. Alright, and let's start. Unrestrained Destruction. So, we can only play attack cards, so we won't be able to use any of our amps. Let's just discard them. This right systems can go away as well. Alright, and now it's time to start the killing. Marker Blasts, as you might remember, are basically free because they let me play another card from my hand. So we can play 3 of them. I have 8 actions left. Blasting charges. Blasting charges. Armor melter. Yeah, after the battle, you find a pretty impressive stash of loot. We do? We did? Where'd that loot go? Did we? I guess it was so good, we left it there. As like an emergency supply of loot in case we don't get what we're looking for here in the ship. So we can retire using what we found instead of retiring on the planet we were promised. I'm guessing we just need 2... It doesn't matter what these things are. I'm perfectly... After wiping out so many enemies, I am perfectly fine with the equipment I've got. Like, it's proving to be very effective. Nothing down there either. Let's step up 1 more spot, though. Or 2 more. And scan again, just to make sure. Yep, nothing. We know there was no trap up here. If I can avoid the death morph, I like to do that. I don't know what it does. Arguably, I should try to find out what it does. Well, let's go ahead and fight this group. This group looks like it's gonna be fun. I think we'll actually use something for this. Just to help ourselves out. Total mass destruction. Any evasion? Melee evasion on them. Lethal hit resistance. Stun resistance. Good melee damage, 25. 26 ranged weapon damage. Good on these guys. I'm also getting a little lucky in that so far I am almost always getting that adrenaline, the energize at the first turn. You get 1 more turn to go. Let's, perception enhancer. We got another energizer. Energize. Let's Healthy Haze. I want some healing over time, just in case things go poorly. And we energized again. Let's Reflex Booster. Okay. Pulsar, empower your weapons. rearm. Let's get more cards in our hand. That also energized. You guys have a lot of hit points, too. You know, I don't know if we'll kill all of them, or any of them, the first round. I'm gonna strengthen systems. Just in case they can stun us. I'm gonna boost. Let's use an elemental amp. And then... let's start fighting. Yes, I know I could have used the acid amp. But I prefer using acid amps on AoEs. Twitch. What are we doing with you? You have only 2 actions. Let's Dirty Punch this guy who hasn't gone yet, to give him a mischance. And then I think we burst, do I have a full automatic fire? I do not. I want to kill this one who hasn't gone. So let's do that. One of us took a big hit, but it's okay. Didn't bring down the shields. Adrenaline booster. You get 3 actions still. Patches. Nice, you got an overload on him as well. Just in case you end up taking some damage, we'll get a stabilizer on you. Got another energize. Pulsar, it is over. I should still play, however. Like there'll be multiple rounds, so I can get some more practice. Lots of hand-ups here. You shall not pass. It was awesome. It doesn't matter. Let's just take all and keep going. Try to sneak past it. It might have seen us. It did not. What is this? Is this where I need to go? It is. Dolian. Treasures! Treasures hiding underground. Some of them trapped under ice. Some held away by secret keys and hidden locks. Setting bombs, dismantling shields to reveal them. Here, let me read your fortune, traveler, and you can pick the one you like. You're alone, wandering in the vast cosmic wilderness. The space wolves howl in the eternal vacuum surrounding you. You suspect something is going to pick a fight with you. Dusky thoughts start popping in your head, dark intentions. Oh my god! Shut up, Dolian! Which of the following thoughts were you most likely thinking? You wish you had carried that extra gear with you, even though it would have made your journey a living hell. It's the weight, you see. You wish you had asked your electronic rural relative to come with you. Your cousin has a habit of carrying shiploads of stuff to tinker with. Maybe it would have proved handy in the case of an emergency. Who knows? Nobody knows. You wish you had brought something to ignite. Detonation makes the merry-go-round. Now, make your pick. What makes you shiver in the dark? Stop to tinker with. Never stop tinkering. That's what I've been trying to tell my friends. I'm gonna calculate what you just told me after I'm done with it. Oh, already finished. Yes, that's it. Now I'm gonna send a special delivery with your name on it for my employer to go through. Thanks for your time. Never happened. One left. I'm gonna assume there's nothing down that wing of the craft either. Ooh, hello. There's lots of bad guys around here. Wow, there's like a ton of bad guys all hovering around up here. This is gonna last a while. This will be a good opportunity, I guess, for me to use that. The robot speaks in the alien language you're incapable of understanding. There's a short pause. Trespassers! Lay them all to waste. You guys know the drill by now. I have Adrenaline Booster. It goes on Pulsar to start. The second one goes on Twitch. We energized 2. Perfect. Let's Combat Stimulant on Pulsar. And I think we'll Combat Stimulant on Twitch. We energized again. Let's, let's Reflex Booster on that. I don't really need to do anything. I don't think they're going to survive this. I really don't think they're going to survive this round. Let's Perception Enhancer Pulsar. One problem with doing that is that knocks Pulsar up in the initiative track. We'll Reflex Booster Twitch. Alright, Pulsar. Let's Elemental Amp yourself. You do not have any power weapons. So let's Acid Amp. And we will... Oh! I do have Blasting Charges. Okay, well, Blasting Charges to start. Blasting Charges here. To get their armor down. We'll Purge here. Something that we didn't put any negative effects on. Then we'll start Marker Blasting. I know I shouldn't spread the damage out, but I'm interested in getting as much as... I want to get their armor down on as many of them as possible. It also looks like we have the ability to overload on... Oh, because of Elemental Amp. Right. We have one more attack. Since we're purging, let's make sure we can kill it with it. Twitch. You have 2 actions. I do see the Scrap Storm. Let's start with the Divert Energy on yourself. And it's not really going to matter. I just want an extra card. You know what? We'll discard everything except the Scrap Storm. This will draw a whole new hand. Did we get... Yeah, we did get an Energy Siphon. Let's use it on this one. And now we can use Scrap Storm. Alright, Scrap Storm. You don't need this. Don't need Divert Energies. Don't need the Transfer. Don't need the Scrap Storm. Get rid of a Dirty Punch. Suppressing Fire. Burst Shots. Aw, poor guy. Doesn't get to draw any cards. Has no cards in his hand. Power Injection. Perception Enhancer. Healthy Haze. Let's keep everyone alive. We'll Adrenaline Booster here. We can... Track and Shot. Oh, we could have killed it this whole time? We could have killed it this whole time. Come, embrace, prepare to fight. Power Injection. We energized a lot. We got the energized into Symbiosis. Let us get both the Power Injection and the Ready to Blast, and the Swift Elusive Mending node also worked. I'm not complaining. It's just holy crap. That's amazing. I don't think they're going to survive even the first round. Twitch, I wanted you... you didn't have... I should have checked you. You don't have any cards that affect cards drawn or what have you this round. Let's boost. Still didn't get anything. Alright, 30 punch it is then. Alright, Pulsar. So let's start with a elemental amp. And we should... they're probably not going to survive this round. Let's unrestrained destruction. And now I can't use any other cards but attack cards. We'll drop all these. Marker Blast. Marker Blast. Blast and charges. Blast and charges. Persian Incineration. With 7 actions still left. You're kidding me. This is disgusting. The boss is going to have to be something else if it wants a chance to beat us. A shower of crystal particles fill the eerie room you enter. The particles audibly scrape your shields, alerting a crystalline creature to your presence. The crystalline creatures start to charge up with energy as it prepares to attack. Unrestrained destruction. Let's give him accurate. Adrenaline booster, perfect. On Twitch, just in case Pulsar can't finish them all off. Combat stimulant on Pulsar. Energize again. Reflex boost. Alright, Pulsar, you have 4 actions. No elemental amps on you this time. When I play this, I can only play attack cards. Let's use an Acid Amp. And then an Acid Torrent to start. Then I think we will... Oh! Unrestrained Destruction's giving us that Energize. I was wondering why we had so much on Pulsar. Every card we discard is +1 to Energize. That's amazing. Right, Tim. It has its armor back now. You purged them. Only tricky part about using Pulsar, I have to... Those purging incinerations that I took some points in ended up not being needed at all. Should not have taken them. Let's divert your energy first. And we'll get rid of... Oh, we have Scrap Storm. Should have paid attention to that. We'll just get rid of... Oh, we'll get rid of these. Alright, so let's Energy Siphon. And then, which one are you? Oh, they don't have Overload on them, Tim. Full automatic fire. Which puts Overload on this, thanks to the fact we hit it once. And, now it's over. Can we kill it with just you? Let's go, Patches. You can kill it. You can kill it. You can show everyone else you got your own DPS. Well done. I like to avoid having to fight all of them if I can. We're not. We're gonna have to fight every single one of these enemies, aren't we? Burn! No, you're going down. So sorry. I feel invincible. I really do. I don't see how they're going. I don't see how they're gonna win. Perception enhancer. And here as well. A combat stimulant. Let's put that. Is that increased initiative? Let's put it on Twitch. And Twitch, you're up next. Let's energy siphon. And then we scrap storm. Actually, we should divert energy first. I do not have a divert energy. Well, let's scrap storm. It's more important that I hit them all, then make them discard their cards, and possibly overload them to give Pulsar a little more DPS. So I'm not gonna need another scrap storm after this. You don't need a transfer, you don't need this. Get rid of the burst fire. The single strike can also go away. I don't think I'll need the radiation shot. But you know what, we'll hold on to that. Let's go to the control burst. Pulsar. Let's rearm. Get more cards. Perfect. Power weapons on yourself. We'll acid amp. And you'll acid torrent. One action left, so we should use the marker blasts. It's not too late, AI, to run away. The boss is just better. Watch me eat my words, right? Watch us get to the boss battle and it just annihilates me because of some mechanic I'm not ready for, something of the sort. But this is... it's looking more and more like we're just going to annihilate them. The robot utters ominous and strange words before it raises its weapons, readying for combat. There we go. We did not actually gain an energize that time. So we have to be somewhat careful here, because we're not going to kill all of them this round. Let's empower weapons. Elemental amp. You might as well elemental amp on yourself. Critical amp. And I guess we use a wide blasting to start. Twitch. We have a scrap storm. Good. I'm going to also divert energy. Actually, what are you using, Pulsar? I'm going to divert energy on Pulsar to start. We're going to drop almost most of what she has. We only have one action, and I kind of want them to not have any cards in their hands. So we're actually going to scrap storm. And we're going to get rid of 2 of their cards. Damaging them... oh no, damaging them won't make them... it might make them discard, thanks to Twitch's special ability. Sharp shot. I'm guessing that had a purge effect on it, because I don't see anything special on Twitch any longer. power injection. And with that, it's definitely over, without taking any damage. Let's Healthy Haze, just in case. I don't think we took any damage. Alright, Pulsar, you have 5 actions. I don't see them surviving this round. Elemental Amp yourself to start. Just in case, Elemental Amp Twitch. Your weapons are already empowered, I believe. Yup. Unrestrained Destruction. Can't play anything that's not an attack card. I remember something like 4 or 5 videos ago where I said my group's not gonna have DPS. It's an attrition group. Boy, was I ever wrong. There it is. The last console we need. It looks like these enemies aren't even moving, so we can just ignore them. Oh, no crap! One of them is moving. We'll try sneaking past them. Wow, even stealthing is just 9 action. 9 action points. All that energy efficiency. Detecting something. Yes. What in the name of dark matter are you? A scavenger. With a strange spirit, undoubtedly. After all, you've made it this far. Now, you're tough, right? Let's say you're confronting the enemy. Would you rather support your soldiers, lead the charge yourself, or perhaps manipulate your opponent's thoughts? What would you prefer? Talk with Patches. Patches is support. Support. It's funny, that's all 3 of us, isn't it? I knew it. Making sure everything's up and running. Got to get your message delivered to the big boss. 'Twas a pleasure, Scavenger. After the console shuts down, a strange voice inside your transmitter says, "The core is open. I am ready to receive you." Support. Patches. Buffs everyone else. Manipulation. Twitch. Giving other people cards, manipulating their hands, making our enemies discard, overloading them. Lead by example. Pulsar. Kill everything. It's amazing. Alright! This is it! Time for the boss, everyone! Let's head on down. We're gonna sneak right past the big bad guys. They weren't difficult anyway, in the end. Blue Disciple, Red Disciple, Neuron. I like the name already. What was it? I always call it Neuron, but I think it might be called Mental instead. That one boss in Unepic, my favorite boss in any game I've played. I'll have to tell you guys about it sometime in case you haven't heard me talk about it before. It was best boss ever. I love that boss. You opened the gate, so here I am. Are you here to release me? Are you ready to meet the sleeping giant? I'm here to secure this ship. Your expressing expansive and aggressive projections will disturb the sleeping giant only after you've put me down. As you're operating as a master signifier, a simple command will do. However, know that there's no turning back should you do so. What giant? The sovereign will to choke all living. It's been accumulating rage ever since it was captured in this metal structure it was wearing. If you wake it, there's no turning back. Are you the main console of this ship? I am this ship. This ship is me. You here to release me? What's the story behind all these derelicts? A tragedy, of course. I can tell you the tale of tales if you wish. However, I can also wake the giant. Tell me your story. This is a tale of tales. Once, we were a species living in progressive societies. We had learned to make things emerge from abstract forms. We mastered the power of knowledge, but at the same time we were blind to so many things. Our tragedy was overpopulation, like the roots of a rich blossoming tree sucking the nutrients from the soil, leaving other plants famished. We couldn't maintain us. Our trunk and branches grew so huge and wide they blocked the shine of the nearest star and covered the land in thick shadows. The planets we inhabited were robbed and pillaged by our endless thirst and greed. Out of nowhere we appeared, leaving a trail of nothingness behind. The only constant thing was that we kept on multiplying, and ended up spreading our ecosystem of death everywhere we were to lay our heads. But nothing can sustain a never-ending growth. We started to look for a way to stop this ghastly progress, and yes, we truly did find it. Our pharmacon, our cure, our poison. And guess what we invented? Total annihilation. Our own misfortune Metaphostos. That's how I'd spell it in your primal language. I led the research project that produced a sterilizer able to alter the hormonal and neurological character of the user's body-mind. But then something horrible happened. Instead of just killing the user, Metaphostos turned into an aggressive social disease. Not just the afflicted, but also those who weren't physically afflicted by the substance began to kill themselves. To our horror, we hadn't invented a cure for overpopulation, but a massive genocidal wave of suicides. Suddenly, we were facing a new problem, an involuntary extinction. We had to come up with a new solution to preserve our kind. We had to turn ourselves into machines. So there was too many of them. They were looking for a way to slow down the rate of growth so that they could deal with how many of them there were. And instead, they ended up with the opposite reaction. They accidentally began killing everything. How did you feel about it? For aeons, we had struggled to manifest new ways to surpass our previous aesthetical and scientifical innovations, but that never could have been foreseen that ultimately the remaining individuals of our species would become the crown jewels of our scientific discoveries. By programming our minds with different constraints, we were supposed to prohibit us from killing ourselves, unless an external master signifier would command us to do so. Thus, we tried to stop the sickness from spreading. Oh, so all the councils were their people then. They were people. Every single one of them. Or whatever this race was. Ironic how all we wanted was to love, to caress again, and to prevent our memories from vanishing. Our efforts to spare the last remnants of our civilization for other intelligent species to witness failed. Instead of protecting the collective consciousness, our shared subconsciousness turned against us. The sole reason for our species to wither away was me. I was aware that I was carrying the disease. I should have stepped aside and let the others know of my condition, but I couldn't stop myself from believing that the transformation would push the illness away. I had hoped that my death drive wouldn't be able to affect me in a mechanical form. When I had obtained my new shape, the darker aspect of my personality woke up. I realized how the disease had turned me into a schizoid, grotesque monster. Something inside me wanted to cause immeasurable pain over my kin. There had happened a shift in the tendency of the death drive. Not only did I want to kill myself, but everybody else too. What was it like to witness all the killing? It felt like dying. My consciousness, still inside me but out of control, started cutting all the neural links between our ships, severing every mental and physical bond that had kept our race together. The shame of such a horrible will living inside me filled me with horror and disbelief. I couldn't stop it. Yet I was the one committing the horrendous deeds. Within seconds, our community was dispersed into atoms. Each and every one of us was isolated and torn apart from each other. We ceased being us. All my friends were facing the inevitable terror of infinite solitude and isolation. I led my race to extinction. I am the perpetrator of the destruction and the extreme decline of our history and existence. Oh, my rationalist consciousness will soon have to succumb to the dark, suppressed will within. You have to deal with it soon. It won't try to understand you. It only wants to take control by devouring everything. If there's anything else you want to know before I wither away, I could try to keep the giant at bay just a little bit longer. If you've heard enough, command me to die, and the sleeper will awaken. Oh! I think what's happening is that the creature inside of it is what he's referring to as the giant. And once he's done talking, he's going to lose all control of himself, and it's going to attack us. And then it's going to try to destroy everything, as it was originally wanted to. We're talking to the machine that is holding this creature inside of it. Well, oh! Why did I happen to speak with you instead of your maleficent personality? The giant awakens only after I am put down. I am the only power containing it in latent form. The protective mechanisms you encountered earlier were aspects of my multi-personal cortex. So, you weren't always a machine then? I used to be a having and loving being, just like you. But I don't want to talk about it in detail. Those memories have been long dead. No need to resurrect them anymore. Do you feel sorry for what you did to your race? I've had what feels like an eternity to comprehend what my actions have wrought upon my people. The depth of my failure leaves me forever dishonored and unforgiven. What can change the nature of a neuron? I command you to die. Time for you to pay for everything, I suppose. Just like the Nameless One. Neuron passes away. The giant awakes. Okay, we're all going before him. Damage resistance 17, his resistance 100%, 25, 25. 5 cards in his hand. Interesting. Well, let's get started. So, let's do the standard stuff. Actually, let's boost as well. Okay, I didn't get a adrenaline booster. Power injection. We also, thankfully, benefited from that. Okay. Twitch has a Scrap Storm, but I would need more cards in his hand somehow. We'll have to boost when it's his turn. I need to hold on. Oh, we can only boost, I guess, once with patches anyway. Let's combat some Pulsar. Ooh! Oh, that was bad. Alright, we said we boosted Twitch. That will still be okay, but now we're all that damage that Pulsar would have had is instead on Twitch, and Twitch only has 1 action. We only have 1 left. So let's use a Perception Enhancer on Pulsar. We energized again. Let's use another Perception Enhancer on Twitch. And Twitch, you're up. So, we only get 1, let's boost. We did get a Divert Energy. Let's Divert Energy. And I think... Do you have Pulsar? I could Scrap Storm, and we could discard the entirety of our hand. In which case, they would have no cards, and possibly be overloaded. I don't really... on one hand, I really want to see what this guy can do. On the other hand, why should we? Why should we? Let's Divert Energy on Patches. And we'll discard all the shots and the recharge shield. Scrap Storm. So we're not going to use protective... We're not going to need single strike, radiations. We'll just get rid of practically everything. That's 1, 2, 3. I need one more gone. The Dirty Punch. To make sure that they discard 5 cards. Oh! Only he overloaded, though. Okay, so... Neuron... Oh, Neuron has a card left. Alright, Pulsar. Let's start with an Elemental Amp on yourself. An Elemental Amp... I thought I had another one. Do I not have another one? I do have another one. On Twitch. Do we have a rearm? I do not, so I can't get more cards in your hand. Sorry, in my... I can't get more combat cards in Twitch's hand. I think we'll start with an Acid Amp. And we'll use the Acid Torrent. Oh, I should have empowered weapons. I didn't even say I had that. Let's use that now. I think we'll... Critical Amp. And we will use a Blasting Charges. We have 2 actions left. Let's use a Melting Shot. Oh, I meant a Marker Blast, but that was still effective. He no longer has any armor. His damage resistance is also down to 24. Wow, are we gonna win in one round after all? I don't see why I shouldn't kill him now. Oh, wow. Wow. Death is here. Smash the Sovereign. Hail the new age. The Sovereign Neuron is now dead. However, there's something flickering in the ship's console. The giant is dead. You've cut the king's head. The ship is now without a ruler, but as you are the master signifier, you have the power to command. What will you do? Inform the sub-governor that the mothership has been secured. You delivered the sub-governor what he wanted, the mothership. True to his words, he exalted you to citizens, and sent you on your way to the mirror worlds. With the darkness of the scavenging days behind, you rejoice and breathe in the fresh sea air, and take in the warmth on your new paradise. Your home. Hey! Nice! I mean, these guys would probably just all live together, right? I guess they would have to. Like, they're a super team. They all depend upon each other to win this fight. Yeah, that was good. Hey, holy crap, we did it! Deep Sky Derelicts. Original game concept by Snowhound Games. Alright, I'm not going to read all this stuff, but I'm going to let the credits roll. So, yeah, that was fantastic. Wow. If it had been a different group, I think it would have been very, very different. Obviously it would have been. But, I would have had to be more concerned about the cards I was putting in my hand. The sheer number of cards I had is what was letting me decide to choose, like, Scrap Storm. And let me decide that I really wanted more Energize so I could use all these cards in my hand. That really worked out. I think there's probably 1 or 2 leveling mistakes I made. Again, Persian Consideration, it shouldn't have taken it. Not with this build in the end. I didn't realize just how good this was going to be. Wow. That overload was so powerful, too, and just neutering enemies. I thought we would have significantly more problems, but with accurate with those perception enhancers to give accurate to Pulsar, and with +1 accurate near the end there on Twitch, there wasn't too much worry. I was actually also having all that initiative to make sure I went before the boss was extraordinarily helpful. I think I do wonder what all those questions that we answered right there in the final ship. I wonder what that does. I guess that maybe they determined the type of cards that the boss gets. Yeah, I really feel like we got super lucky, or it just turned out that I had a really powerful group. When it comes to games like this, I don't look up anything. I just stare at the stats and what have you and just try to make my own stuff. So I wonder if anyone else has beaten the game with a similar group to what I just used. Probably. Oh man, that was awesome. Well, thank you all for watching. So we're all done. The credits looks like they have finished rolling as well. I'm gonna hit the back button, and assuming we see, yep, I guess we're gonna see the main title screen, and that will do it for us, everyone. Yeah, not bad. So what can I talk about? So I guess we'll talk about the game for like another 5 minutes or so, and then we'll wrap it up. So, because now that I've beaten the game, I like giving my thoughts on the game as a whole. So, the combat is good. I like it. I like that if I had a complaint about the combat, it's that you are reliant upon you need to keep upgrading your weapon's damage, or you'll struggle against the enemies. On that same note, though, you need to find weapons that have good cards. So, the crafting they added in the game really helps with the secondary passive effects. Although I will say it's somewhat disappointing that you can't get every single card you would like to get through the crafting system. The game was significantly harder before crafting was out, because you'd have to rely on what you were finding. Or maybe you would go back to his derelict, fight a thing, go back to the station, and then check the merchant again and pray something showed up you could use. So I do like the crafting change. I think that some of the passive abilities on the ships now, added with the later expansions, were nice too. I do like the fluctuation ability that warps all the rooms around. I wish there was a reason for me to be more concerned about the energy of my team. I think only once ever have I been worried about running out of energy on a ship. Most of the time, they give you ways to get back to the station, like a third or half of the way into the ship, depending on how large the derelict is. So I never felt really overly concerned that I'm running low on energy, because I can just double back and recharge back at base. I like the art in the game. I really like the way that all the skills have different, your shots look different colors, different abilities they use. I think there's a nice diversified portfolio of cards and different stats or statistics or strategies you can use, even with each individual type of character. I could have built our medic differently and gone, instead of chemist, I could have picked surgeon with him. And we could have gone just pure healing or with other passive benefits instead. The same thing with our miner. I didn't have to choose quartermaster. I could have chosen demolitionist and then really put points into blasting charges or the like. So that's nice. I like that. It'll add some replayability, and there's enough characters with the 2 DLCs that you won't want for that, because you've got 8, I think, total characters you can choose from. So that's pretty fun. I like that, and you could use mental abilities or melee only and stuff like that. I do like that the triumvirate that they're optional. They're tougher than some of the normal creatures you will fight. But if you think you can handle them, you can get more loot from them. And I guess there's no reason why you wouldn't want to kill them. Maybe that alters the ending of the game if you were actually an enemy of that organization. I do think that the quests are a bit too... So, most of the quests that we did in order to secure the astrospheres, I think only one of them was new. I've seen all the other ones multiple times. So, I would imagine after 3 or 4 playthroughs of the game, you will just skip through all of the dialogue when it comes to those quests, because you know all of it already. The music is pretty good. I like the combat music. I like this music, I like the music back in the station and stuff like that too. I like the sound effects as well if you're hitting enemies. Yeah, I think it's good. It's a good game. Now, if I had to give it a score, it's so hard to give games scores. See, I can say that I liked this game. that to me means that I can recommend it to you to play it if you liked what you saw. But if I had to give the game a score of 1 to 20, what would I give it? It's easy to get into. The combat is pretty easy to understand. Some of the tooltips, though, don't match what the abilities do. That's big. I did not know sometimes what the skill did until I actually had to use it. And not everything is in the codex either. There's no tutorial of how to play the game, so you kind of have to bumble through it. That will take some points down. It's possible that you could get really unlucky, but with the DLCs at least, there's respawning enemies on the ships. So as long as you don't lose everybody, you can just farm to get money and then purchase your equipment. That would mean putting on a podcast or something while you do that, though, I suppose. I think I can give this game, on a scale of 1 to 20, I think I'll give it the same score I gave Sword of the Stars. I'll give it a 12. That makes it kind of low, but that means I like the game. A 12 or a 13, you know what, let's give it a 13. I'll give it a 13. It's good. I like the game. I can see myself playing through this game again. I don't forget to purchase. It's fun to play. There are some problems with it, and there were some balance issues with this game, so if you don't own the DLCs, those balance issues might still be present in it. But it's good. I like it. I like it a lot. And I can't give every game I play like a 17 or 19, because there's only a handful of games that I view as phenomenal. This game's a great game, and I really do enjoy it. Alright, so we'll give it a 13. Alright, everyone. Actually, I can come up with a scoring mechanism by which I rate games. In any case, thank you guys again for watching. I had a lot of fun. Hopefully, you guys had a lot of fun watching this. And, yeah, that's it. Take care, everyone. And thanks again. See you in the next game, whatever that will be.